Teachers of Reddit, what is the smartest / most creative way of cheating that you've seen? I'm a high school teacher, but this story is about my own high school math teacher playing us and cheating. It was an honors algebra / geometry class, and it was well known that Mr. D reused the same questions every year, just changed the numbers. He made a big deal about making sure we all gave our exam papers back to him after we had looked at our scores and gone over everything together to prevent cheating for the next year. Well, of course, some of my classmates got their hands on a complete set of tests from the previous year. Soon, everyone had a set. Before each exam, we would sit together and make sure we knew how to solve every problem on that test so we could do it on the real exam with different numbers. Years later, when I became a teacher myself, I saw Mr. D at a funeral. I confessed to him that this is what we used to do. He smirked and said, "Who do you think leaked the test packet to get you to study?" Mr. D had figured out that kids won't study if the teacher suggests it, but if they think they're getting away with something, they totally will. So he managed to get a test packet out and circulating as contraband. Blew my mind. This is amazing. As soon as I read, we would sit together and make sure we knew how to solve every problem. I was like, wait, that sounds like a study group. God, that reminds me of the Key and Peele skit about robbing a bank by getting a job. They deposit the money into our bank accounts, week after week, month after month. 25, 30 years, we walk right out the front door, and they never suspect a damn thing. Not a teacher, but I used to lightly write the answers on a desk before the test with pencil. If someone calls you out on it before the test, then you claim that you're using the write the material down method of studying and didn't notice that it was marking the desk. After using the necessary material, you just rubbed the pencil marks off of the desk, thus destroying the evidence. I do this a lot too. Spanish class is the only class I just straight up cheated in. I teach kindergarten. They just blatantly copy off each other right in front of me and don't understand the concept of cheating. They think they are helping, and that I mean when I tell them not to. This is slightly off topic, but I had an app physics teacher who put a question that we hadn't learned on our first quiz just to prove a point. All of the first period got the question wrong. Half of second period got it right. All of third period got it right. His point was proven. We had long skirts at my school, ankle length, and, apparently, girls used to write the answers to questions on their thighs so that they could read them in the toilet during an exam. In some test on university, we had the questions projected on the white table / wall, so whole class had the same test, and we had multiple choice A, B, C, D, E. So with the whole year we agreed that for each of these letters we should pair with a sign of holding the pen. If it's A, point your pen forward, B, point it to the right, C, to back, D, to the left, and E, to upwards, and if you don't know the answer just put down your pen. So we just had to carefully look around for a moment and see what most pens are pointing at, and we know the answer right away. In my opinion, it is the safest cheating because there's no evidence and no teacher will notice if you made a careful peek for half a second. Music students using music sheets as answers sheet for / from other student. Notes equals the same as the answer for Scranton tests. Teacher told me a story from US history when he used to let students listen to music. They were being tested on the US presidents. One kid was listening to music when his audio cord came out of his phone and his phone started blaring a sound clip of the student listing all the presidents in order. Music was no longer allowed, but he got to try again without music because of his creativity. Wear corduroy pants. Use a razor blade to write notes in the material. If you rub it one way, the answers disappear in the fabric. Rub it the opposite way, and the writing reappears. Instructions unclear, now bleeding profusely. During an AP US history test in high school, we had a question asking about the author of a book. Kid raises his hand and says, "Mrs. Blank, I read, name of book." this weekend and I really liked it. The teacher, obviously forgetting that she had put this question on the test, replies with "Oh, by author's name, I love that book." The whole class bursts out laughing, but no one says anything because she had just given us the answer to the test question. Lol.